We're good.
Sweet. Alright, we're gonna start with the, we'll start with the Monk talent. No, we'll start with Mistweaver. Alright, Enveloping Mist, obviously, Enveloping Mist is, like, my bread and butter, I heal you, more heal.
Okay.
Essence Font is kind of poopy. Essence Font I would use for Mythic Plus. We're gonna talk about PvP for now. Renewing Mist, obviously, that's my heal over time that I put on you. Invigorating Mist, Vivify heals all allies with Renewing Mist. That's for everything good. Renewing Mist now has 2 charges. Yes, please. Thunder Focus Tea. I actually don't like Thunder Focus Tea. Like, it's cool.
What's wrong with it?
So, every 30 seconds, you empower one of your abilities, right? Renewing Mist, duration is increased by 10 seconds. Vivify costs no mana. Rising Sun Kick, cooldown reduced by 9 seconds. Essence Font channels 100% faster. And then Enveloping Mist immediately heals for 280% spell power, right? It's a nice, small cooldown. But I don't like having small cooldowns as a healer. I like having oh crap buttons, right? Like, for example, Revival, which I think is here. Yep. Revival heals all raid members within 40 yards for 283% spell power and clears them from harmful magical poison and disease effects. It's great. I remove all the dots on you and I heal you for a large chunk. So, Thunder Focus Tea is okay. I normally just macro it, which is probably not the right thing to do because, you know. But by doing that, I'm constantly spamming Vivify, right? That's how I make it so that I keep mana for so long. Because people are trying to use it as like a cooldown, and I'm trying to use it as mana conservation, coupling that with Mana Tea. So I don't love Thunder Focus Tea play. I just don't like it. I take it, but that doesn't mean I like it. Song of Chi-Ji is pretty nice. It essentially is a CC. It disorients someone for 20 seconds. In PvP, it's lessened, obviously. It's like, I don't know, like 5-6 seconds. It's nice to use as an extra CC ability. It's nice that I can take that and something else most likely now.
Wait, are you using that now?
No, I'm not using that now. So that's the thing. Right now, I'll switch to Mistweaver real quick. Right now I'm using Ring of Peace. And I love Ring of Peace. I think that it is incredibly versatile in our gameplay. Song of Chi-Ji, that's a nice CC to have. But Ring of Peace gets me out of so much stuff that I would never take Song of Chi-Ji over it.
Gotcha. Yeah, dude, that's a Ring of Peace is required, man. We got so many clutch moments with that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So now you don't have to choose between the two, basically, is what you're saying.
Hopefully not. I think Ring of Peace should be baseline for monks. I think it's such a baseline monk ability at this point. Everybody uses it, that it should just be part of the toolkit, not a talent. But we'll see. I don't see it anywhere off the top, just glancing down. Revival, 100% gonna take it. However, there's a new one. So we've got Revival, which is now it clears all magical, poison, and disease effects and heals the target for a ton, right? Restoral, this is new. 3-minute cooldown. Same thing as Revival. Heals all party and raid members within 40 yards for 283% spell power and clears them of all harmful poison and disease effects. Castable while stunned.
Which monks need so bad.
So the problem with this, well, the good thing with this is it's magic, poison, and disease. This one's only poison and disease, right? So if I'm facing a warlock, for example, I can't clear their stuff, right? And the cool thing about Revival now is if I clear a warlock's stuff, I don't get hit by anything.
Gotcha.
Castable while stunned, that's big. I'm gonna take that, absolutely. And now I can't select anything, so we're just gonna go up here and we're gonna select Essence Font, I guess. Oh, Life Cocoon. Yeah, I need that. Life Cocoon, cool. Teaches the Monastery, Tiger Palm. It's just a buff to my damage. I hate Fist Weaving personally. I know everybody likes Fist Weaving. I don't like trying to make it work in PvP. I do enjoy it in PvE. Raids over Mythic Plus, because Mythic Plus can get a little sketchy with the damage going out. So I'm not gonna take it for now. I might take it later. Life Cocoon applies Renewing Mist and Enveloping Mist to the target. That's nice. I mean, I can do that myself, so I'm not gonna take that for now. That might be a wasted talent.
It could help with mana conservation. Right? It means you don't have to cast those spells yourself.
That's true, but again, like if I'm Life Cocooning you, it's because I need to heal you for a lot, and Renewing Mist and Enveloping Mist are probably already on you. I like having control. I know I'm kind of a hypocrite for saying that I bind Thunder Focus T, and then I say I like having control. Or I like having control over abilities that I like. If it's an ability that is like a little baby, you know, buff, I don't care about that. I think it should be a passive talent where you have a chance to receive a jolt of energy, empowering your next spell cast, right? It shouldn't be a on-use 30-second cooldown. Just, it should be within 30 seconds, you have a chance, every once in a while, it should happen. And then you can track that, and you can either do something about it, or it's just going to empower the next thing you do, right?
Yep.
Like in PvP, for example, in 2s, I never cast Essence Font unless I'm AoE healing something, right? I never cast Rising Sun Kick unless I'm going for a kill, right? Or pressuring them. Vivify, I always cast that. Renewing Mist, I always cast that. Enveloping Mist, I always cast that, right? Those three, no matter which buff I receive from them, you're not gonna die because I didn't buff something, right? You're not gonna die, right?
Yeah.
But if I buff something, it's a nice additive. So I think Thunder Focus T should be passive. I think it should be a chance to receive a jolt of energy. I think it should be trackable through Tell Me When or whatever you use. I don't think it should be like a talent with a 30-second cooldown. I think it's kind of boring. Anything that... And it does nothing. I mean, it really doesn't do anything exciting.
I got you. So just to make sure I understand this right, it only empowers one of those abilities on the list, and you have to choose which one you use next after activating the T.
Correct.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I get it now.
Alright, so now we've got Uplifted Spirits, Vivify Critical Strike, and Rising Sun Kick reduces the remaining cooldown on Revival by 1 second. Revival heals the target for... Oh, Restoral. Revival heals the target for 10% of... What? Vivify Critical Strike and Rising Sun Kicks reduce the remaining cooldown on Restoral by 1 second. Restoral and Revival, I assume, by 1 second. And Revival heals the target for 10% more, and Revivals heal over 10 seconds. I'm gonna assume that's not finished.
Well, okay, so whether it's finished or not, do you really want to go into a talent that relies on critical strikes?
Not necessarily. I mean, the monk right now, Mastery is our bread and butter. Crit Strike is number 2. However, what I will say is old style monk, where when you crit, I believe when you crit, you gain like mana back, or something to do with mana, like you used less mana or something like that. It was great. I loved that playstyle. I'm very sad that they baked Mastery to be the best thing for Mistweaver. Mastery is such a boring talent, or a boring thing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to assume that that's not finished yet, because it seems like what it's saying is when Vivify crits, which happens all the time, let's be honest, even if you have 10% crit, it happens all the time, happens 1 in 10. It's going to reduce the cooldown of Revival or Restoral by 1 second. That's great. But then Revival heals the target for 10% of what? And then Revival heals over 10 seconds? I don't really want that. I want that massive heal, right? That seems like if it's healing over 10 seconds, if it's healing over 10 seconds on top of the burst, that's good. If it's healing over 10 seconds, it's just a little baby heal and it's not going to heal you for anything. If I'm pressing Revival, you're probably going to die, right?
Yeah. Well, it's especially not going to do anything if Dragonflight ends up being another burst meta like we've had in Shadowlands.
Oh my god, if it's another burst meta, this thing's going to do nothing if it's healing over 10 seconds. I'm just going to move on from that to Font of Life. Essence Font initial heal increased by 289. Has a chance to reduce cooldown of Thunder Focus Tea by 1 second. Again, I hate Thunder Focus Tea. Don't really care about that. Essence Font initial heal. I'm never going to use Essence Font, so... Zen Pulse. Trigger a Zen Pulse around an ally. Deals 78% spell power damage to all enemies within 8 yards of the target. The ally is healed for 115% per enemy damage. That's nice.
Yeah, but in the content that we do, you're not going to get the maximum value out of it because you're only going to have, what, 2 targets within range, potentially?
No, but think about how many times we've almost killed someone, right? If Zen Pulse is pulsing on them, for even if it's a small amount, if they are pulsing on them for even a small amount, it could secure the kill. So I'm definitely gonna take Zen Pulse.
Right.
Healing Elixir, that's awesome. Healing Elixir, I use it all the time. It's for when people are attacking me and I can't heal because my healing is an instant cast like a druid. I actually bound that to something. Hold on. Oh, I bound it to Expel Harm. So whenever I Expel Harm, expel negative chi from your body, healing for 4,200 and dealing 10% of that amount healed as nature damage to enemies within 8 yards. So as I'm running away from somebody, I can Expel Harm them and I can Healing Elixir them. So I do a little bit of damage to them and I heal myself for 15% of my health. Now, 9 times out of 10, I'm on the move anyway.
Tell me about it.
So I'm most likely using both of my healing elixirs to heal myself while I'm getting away from people and ring of piecing them and paralyzing them and stunning them, blah blah blah, rolling away. So that's why I have that bound. I've never found a reason not to have that bound. Even if I were to put Healing Elixir on a key, I'm most likely going to be using Expel Harm and Healing Elixir at the same time because I'm being chased, because they're trying to kill me in a stun. Now that might change next expansion if it's not a burst meta, and I'll unbind those two, and I'll use Expel Harm as part of my DPS rotation. But for now, there's no sense in using it as part of my DPS rotation. The only time that I would use it right now is, again, if we're trying to secure a kill. I know that I can deal like 300 damage to them on top of Touch of Death, on top of all of my other abilities. Tiger Palm, Rising Sun Kick, Detox, blah, blah, or not Detox, whatever. Okay. This looks interesting. Zen Reverberation. Zen Pulse triggers a second time at 50% effectiveness if cast on targets with both Renewing Mist and Enveloping Mist. That's pretty nice, because you pretty much always have Renewing Mist and Enveloping Mist on you, and since you're melee, if you're in target with the person, they're doing a good amount of damage. Do I put Zen Pulse on you? Yeah, around an ally. Okay, so I put Zen Pulse on you. That's a nice ability. I really like that ability. I think it's a good idea.
Is that new, by the way?
Yeah, it's brand new.
Okay.
Then Accumulating Mist. Zen Pulse damage and healing is increased by 15% each time Soothing Mist heals up to 6 times. So what is that? 60%? No. 90%?
See, I might be completely wrong with this, but reading that tooltip, I don't think I'd want to go with accumulating mist because that means you then have to track both your Zen Pulse and your Soothing Mist channels in order to get the effect from the talent. Whereas the Zen Reverberation, all that does is just modify that one ability instead of including another one with it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So I'm gonna personally, for now, I'm personally gonna choose Zen Reverberation, just because I don't have to do anything, right? It's just a guaranteed 50% effectiveness, extra damage, right?
Yep.
The other one though is interesting because it will do a lot more damage. It's gonna do, what is 15 times 6? 90? So 90% damage. That's great. But and that's each time Soothing Mist heals. The issue is when Soothing Mist isn't healing, that's my channel heal, right? That goes away and I have to do it all over again. Versus the other one, which is 40% less effective, but I don't have to think about it because I guarantee you're going to have Renewing Mist and Enveloping Mist on you at all times if I'm healing you.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm going to choose Reverberation for now. If it becomes meta to choose Accumulating Mist and it's really, you know, the be-all end-all of winning the match, yeah, I'll switch. But for now, I'm going to go Reverberation. Alright, here we go. Okay, so this is the thing. So we've got Yu'lon and Chi-Ji. Chi-Ji right now is the fist weaving thing, right? You use it and you can fist weave. A lot of people like it, and if it remains really, really effective, it might be the meta. We'll see. So Yu'lon, summon an effigy of Yu'lon, the Jade Serpent, for 25 seconds. Yu'lon will heal injured allies with Soothing Breath, healing the target up to 2 allies for 105% spell damage over 4.5 seconds. Enveloping Mist costs 33% less mana while Yu'lon is active. I love this because it allows me to conserve my mana. It also is a nice oh crap button, right?
Yep.
It's nice. I pop it and I can heal for more. That's what I want. I don't want to have to think about anything while I'm running away from a demon hunter, right?
Yep.
The other one is interesting and fun in raids. Summon an effigy of Chi-Ji that kicks up a Gust of Mist when you Blackout Kick, Rising Sun Kick, or Spinning Crane Kick, healing up to 2 allies for 1% spell power and reducing the cost and cast time of your next Enveloping Mist by 33%, stacking. Chi-Ji presence makes you immune to movement impairing effects. I mean, it's nice. It's nice for PvP. I can't be slowed while he's active.
Yeah, but man, look at that. Reduce healing up to 2 allies for 0.1% of spell power, stacking up to 33%. I'm not a fan of stacking mechanics, dude. Like that, and that's a lot of ramp up time, right?
No, it's not. It doesn't stack the. Oh wait, hold on. And reducing the cost cast time of your next.
No, I missed that. I missed that. My bad.
No, that's fine. It's interesting. My thing is, right, 2 allies? Really? I thought fist weaving is supposed to heal pretty much everybody in the raid, right? Or like 5 allies or whatever, and it's supposed to jump between targets. 2 allies? That kind of sucks.
No, look at the one below it, Enveloping Breath. They've split it into multiple talents.
I gotcha. While active, Yu'lon Chi-Ji heals up to 6 nearby targets with Enveloping Breath. Okay, I understand. They did it because, you know, people are going to be leveling and, you know, two people is nothing, but oh, now it's 6 people. I feel better.
Yeah.
I understand. Yeah, so like Enveloping Breath and Chi-Ji, 100% I'd take that for raid. Any day, I would take that for raid. Mythic Plus, no. PvP, no.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I also don't need Yu'lon for. Yeah, I also don't need. Oh, increasing the healing they receive by 10%. That's how they get you. Yeah, I do need that. Yeah, so it chains up to 6 nearby targets, but it also increases your healing by 10%. So, yeah, it's kind of necessary. Alright, I'm gonna go here. Peaceful Mending. Allies targeted by Soothing Mist receive 10% more healing from your Enveloping Mist and Renewing Mist effects. Yeah, it's a solid passive bonus. I'll take it. Yeah, I'm gonna take Mists of Life. The Life Cocoon applies Renewing Mist and Enveloping Mist, just so that I can take Peaceful Mending. Oh, 20%. Okay, I didn't see that. So 20% more healing from your Enveloping Mist and Renewing Mist. That's good. Alright, we're going to go over here and we're going to read these. Spirit of the Crane teaches the monastery, causes each additional blackout kick to restore 0.45% mana. I have always hated this. So if you take Teachings of the Monastery, if you take Spirit of the Crane, and if you take Invoke Chi-Ji, right? That's your Fistweaver build, right? And it all works together. One restores mana, one increases damage, and then one makes it so that you're healing. Every 3 minutes, though. It's not always. It's once every 3 minutes.
Yeah, which is great if you're doing the... basically, you know, like a Zug build, right? Like, let's end this quickly, let's get it done. It's just, you know, are you going to be able to pull it off? Because if you can't pull it off within that window, you might be screwed.
Yeah, you're absolutely screwed. 100%. Yeah, so, like, I'm not gonna... Personally, I'm not gonna take it. I think it's interesting for raid, but if you take all of those 3 talents, you're gimping yourself for 3 minutes. Once every 3 minutes, you're great. You're golden. And there might be another talent. We haven't seen it yet, but right now, the way that Blizzard wants fist weaving to work is you can't just fist weave, right? Which is stupid. I think that if you want to fist weave, you should be able to do damage and do healing. I think that mist weaving should heal for more, right? But I think that it should be viable, and heal for maybe not as much, but close to as much. The only issue that I find, or that I've found over the years playing in Mistweaver Monk, is fist weaving is so much easier than mist weaving. And a lot of people are gonna hate me saying that, but it really is. You literally just do damage and then you can heal. Like it's nothing like Discipline, where Discipline back in the day, you would have to throw all of your atonement on everybody. Actually, I think that's still how it works. You throw your atonement on everybody, and then you do damage. Fist weaving back in the day, you just did damage and you were the #1 healer because you were constantly chaining AoE heals, right? It's why Resto Druids are always on top in Raid, because they just chain AoE heals to everybody.
Incoming flaming.
Yeah, it's whatever. Nourishing Chi. Life Cocoon increases the healing over time received by an additional 20%, and this effect lingers for an additional 10 seconds after the cocoon is removed. That's nice. Yeah, it's a flat healing increase. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. It's 20% additional healing. So that plus this, I'm healing you for, oh my god, 40% extra whenever I Life Cocoon you. That's great. I'll take it.
What's just remind me, what's the cooldown on Life Cocoon?
It is 1.3 minutes with current PvP talents. I don't know what we'll go over the PvP talents after. Alright, so moving on, each time Calming Coalescence, each time Soothing Mist heals, the absorb amount of your next Life Cocoon is increased by 3%, stacking up to 50%, or 50 times. That's great. So that's 150% extra absorb. Sucks if you're fighting against an arms warrior. But
that we just learned they can shatter.
Yeah, they shatter it, it's doing a ton of damage to you, but hey, it's good for everybody else. we'll see. I would like to take that, but I haven't even delved into the other ones, so we'll read the rest of them. Okay, so Yu'lon's Whisper, activating Thunder Focus Teeth, causes you to exhale a breath of Yu'lon, healing up to 6 allies within 15 yards. Blah blah blah. That's good. That is I believe it's a legendary effect right now. I think that it was interesting. I chose it at the start of this expansion. It was a big mistake. It does do a decent amount of healing. Personally, I think that it is more a Fistweaver talent than a Mistweaver, because it is up to 6 allies within 15 yards. You're typically not 15 yards away from a player, maybe in a Mythic Plus, but in Raid, I'm anywhere from 20 to 30 yards away from players unless we're stacking, right? So it's okay. I mean, it's all right, but it's not guaranteed that you're always going to be healing up to 6 allies, right? It's not guaranteed. You could be standing on the healing team or with the range team or whatever, and there's 3 people within 15 yards of you. It's just not that good. It's good if you can stack. It's good if you can convince your raid leader to stack. It's terrible in 2s because it's not that much. It's 45% spell power times 3, so it's whatever. Why'd they even do that? 45% of spell power times 3. Weird.
I mean, that's the math behind it. It's easier to do that because you know what gear is getting based off of.
Interesting. Anyway, I'm not going to take that for now. I personally like Calming Coalescence more. Okay, so Mist Wrap, love Mist Wrap. It increases enveloping mist duration by 1 second and its healing bonus by 10%. Everybody takes Mist Wrap right now. It's great. Refreshing Jade Wind summons a whirling tornado around you, causing blah 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 healing over 9 seconds to up to 6 allies within 10 yards. It's a good AoE heal. I'm not AoE healing in PvP. I'm choosing Mist Wrap. And I'm more likely going... I mean, I'll choose... If I end up raiding, right, I'll choose Refreshing Jade Wind over Mist Wrap. But if I'm doing Mythic Plus or PvP, I'm choosing Mist Wrap every day. And that's meta, so I'm going to choose it right now. Enveloping Breath. While Yu'lon and Chi-Ji heal up to... While active, Yu'lon and Chi-Ji heal up to 6 nearby targets with Enveloping Breath. When you cast Enveloping Myth, healing for 30% spell power times 6 divided by 1 over 6 seconds increases the healing they receive from you by 10%. So it's just a flat buff by 10%. It's another buff while Yu'lon is active. 10%, not that big of a deal. It will stack with the other things. I'm gonna see what else is out there, because that is once every 3 minutes. It's 10%. I'm gonna see what else is there. I don't know why I chose it.
Are you sure it's not gatekeeping anything below it?
Oh, it might be. It might be. We'll come back to it. If it's gatekeeping anything, I'm gonna go through each row. And if it's gatekeeping anything, that's why I grabbed Mist of Life. I personally wouldn't grab it. I mean, it's a nice flavor thing to have. I can control Renewing Mist and Enveloping Mist personally. I can make sure those are up on you before I press Life Cocoon. But I took it because I also wanted to take Nourishing Chi and Peaceful Mending to buff me by 20 and 40% additional healing to you with Life Cocoon, which assumingly is on a 1.3 minute cooldown if they didn't take that talent away. Alright, so Dancing Mist. Renewing Mist has a 5% chance to immediately spread to an additional target when initially cast or when traveling to a new target. That's great. It's amazing. It's going to stack twice, so it's 10%. Whenever I press Renewing Mist, it's going to spread to you or me. It's great for PvP. It's great for PvE. It's just all around great, because if it saves me mana, it saves me from pressing another Renewing Mist. If I see that both of us have Renewing Mist, I'm not going to use Renewing Mist. So I'll definitely take it. And Renewing Mist next expansion costs 2% base mana, so it saves me 2% mana. I mean, that could be the fight, you know.
Yep.
Life Cycles. Enveloping Mist reduces the mana cost of next Vivify by 25%. Vivify reduces the mana cost of your next Enveloping Mist by 25%. It's good. It's good. Personally, I like Mana Tea better, because Mana Tea is over 10 seconds. It reduces the mana cost of your spells by 50%. It's got a 1.5 minute cooldown. That's the type of talent that I like taking that I can control, right? So, so my Thunder Focus T spiel that I did, right, where I said I hate it, it should be passive, right? It should be. It's boring. What's not boring is balancing my mana. That's literally what I do as a healer. Balance mana, right? So being able to know when to press Mana Tea, it's fun. It's fun gameplay for me. So I'm 100% taking Mana Tea over Life Cycles. Life Cycles is a nice passive. But at the end of the day, if you're fighting against another monk who took Mana Tea and you have Life Cycles, you're going to run out of mana faster than the guy that took Mana Tea. Ooh, we got Bone Dust Brew back. That's what I have now. I personally hate it, but I mean, it's good. I mean, yeah, it's good. I hate it, but it's good. So it's a 1 minute. When I throw something at you, my abilities have 50% chance to affect the target a second time at 40% effectiveness as shadow damage or healing. Basically, what that means is if I attack somebody and they have Bone Dust Brew on them, and this is an AoE, so it goes on everybody who's within the target area, right? If I'm healing you, you're healed for a 40% additional healing. If I'm damaging someone, they're being dealt 40% additional damage. It's a nice talent. I guess I'll take it. I personally don't like the gameplay because it's a targeted area and I could miss. And if you watch any of the stream, you'll see me miss like, you know, I don't know, see me miss 20% of the time, probably 50%, but I'm gonna say 20% of the time.
You mean you struggle with landing your traps? Is that what you're telling me?
Listen here, Mr. Hunter, who can't land a trap to save his life. Yes. Did I go through Rapid Diffusion? Yes, I did. Oh, okay. Here we go. Rapid Diffusion. I didn't go through this one. Rising Sun Kick and Enveloping Mist apply Renewing Mist for 3 seconds to an ally within 40 yards. That's good because basically what that means is if I use Rising Sun Kick and Renewing Mist, I can spread out Renewing Mist to the entire party. What Renewing Mist does is whenever I cast Vivify, everybody who has a Renewing Mist on them gets healed. It's essentially Atonement. So yeah, they did add it back. So that's good. And that's good for Fist Weavers. That makes Fist Weaving viable. 100%. You still have to cast Vivify, which is super annoying because it means you can't just straight Fist Weave.
But you don't want to do that anyway, so it doesn't matter.
No, I don't want to do it anyway. I mean, I'm not going to take it, but it's still good for Fist Weavers. It's great. If you want to Fist Weave, take Rapid Diffusion. I can't guarantee that Fist Weaving is going to be, you know, good, but it looks like they've tried to make it sort of good. They need to add something like, I don't know, Blackout Kick has like a 20% chance to auto-cast Vivify, right? So, because Vivify is essentially, that's just my normal heal, right? It's what I use always, right? Just to heal people. So if you give Blackout Kick 20, we'll say 25. If you get Blackout Kick a 25% chance, then people who aren't standing and stupid, they're healed, right? They're healed, and you can probably keep the party alive as long as everyone's doing the correct things, interrupting the correct things, right? It's good. But without that, you are forced into a meta where you are just straight attacking, right? You're regenerating, you're doing damage, you're not really healing anybody. You are spreading Renewing Mist, which is it's a baby heal. And eventually, people are going to start taking damage, and you're going to have to Vivify, and I mean, that's a straight heal, and you're going to be in melee combat. I don't know. It feels awkward to me. Yeah, so here we go. Focus Thunder or Upwelling. I hate both of these. Upwelling's good for raid. For every 6 seconds, use Essence Font spins off cooldown. Your next Essence Font may be channeled for 1 additional second. I mean, it's just a buff to the AoE healing of Essence Font. Personally, that's what I would choose for raid. Focus Thunder, that's what I'm gonna choose for PvP. It just empowers the next 2 spells instead of the next 1 spell. So with Focus Thunder, if I could empower a Renewing Mist and then a Vivify or an Enveloping Mist and then a Renewing Mist, so on. It just makes it so that you can use 2 abilities after pressing Thunder Focus 2. I think it's boring. I think it should be passive. Whatever. Okay, so here we go. We've got a couple. Jade Bond, abilities that activate Gust of Mist, reduce the cooldown on Invoke Chi-Ji, or Invoke Yulon by 3 seconds. Yulon's Soothing Breath Healing is increased by 25%. I mean, it's a flat healing increase. What's Yulon healing at right now? Like 40% or something? Let's find it. Is that Yulon? Yeah. 105%, right? Yeah, 105%, so it's 140%. It's a buff. It's good. I hate that you kind of have to take it. So yeah, I do have to take Enveloping Breath. And then the other one, Gift of Celestials, reduces the cooldown of them by 2 minutes, but decreases its duration to 12 seconds. That is interesting. So instead of a 3-minute cooldown, it's going to have a 1-minute cooldown. But over a shorter duration.
What's the factor? The duration decrease? 12 seconds compared to what?
Decreases its... Oh, so it's out for X amount of seconds, right? So, 25 seconds. So it's going to be out for 12 seconds instead of 25 seconds. But it's a 1-minute cooldown as opposed to a 3-minute cooldown. That's great. Because I'm pooping myself way more in that 3-minute time than in a 1-minute time. And if I can do it correctly, I can essentially life cocoon you, right? And then we wait, right? And then 30 seconds goes by, and I Yulon, and now you're healed again with a mega heal, right? And then I wait another 30 seconds, and I life cocoon you again. So like every 30 seconds, I'm gonna have something. That seems a little overpowered, but we'll see.
Then basically we could time those windows, and those 30 seconds between those windows, I can get my survival of the fittest in for that 20% damage reduction, and hopefully that'll help.
And don't forget, it's healing you for 140% spell power on top of the other things, right? So when I life cocoon you, I'm healing you for 40% more, and when I'm enveloping breathing you, I'm healing you for 140% more. But with life cocoon, it's only 40%, but you also get a mega bubble, right?
Yep.
Which is total health times 60 divided by 100, right? And then whatever the rest of that math is. That's great. I mean, it's great. It might be a little overpowered. It might need to be nerfed because that literally gives us 2 1-minute cooldowns that we can swap between. So if it's like RMP, for example, we're doing RMP. I have a cooldown for every single go that a rogue mage has. Their cooldown window is within that. Falls within that minute, right? So every single time someone uses a go, right? And don't forget, I've got this. I can now revival while I'm stunned, right? I can now teleport away while I'm stunned, right? Yeah. So they don't have anything against me anymore. That's great. Except for the fact that I'm squishy and I can still die in a stun if he does get the stun off, or she. I really do want to take Uplifted Spirits, but I really just don't know what it does. I'm just not going to take it. To me, it looks like it just reduces the cooldown of Revival by 1 second whenever I crit. But I don't understand. Revival heals targets for 10% of, and Revival heal over 10 seconds. Okay. Calming Coalescence. Each time Soothing Mist heals, the absorb amount of your next life cocoon is increased by 3%, stacking up to 50 times. It's good. I'm gonna take it. Oh my god, they added Feline Stomp. Why? So Feline Stomp is the issue that so you remember, when I was like, I'm gonna be a Night Fae, and because meaningful choice, right? And then I got Feline Stomp.
Yeah, back when we thought that we could choose which covenant we wanted to belong to based off of, not what was meta. Yeah.
So, I mean, let's read it. Strike the ground fiercely to expose a Feline for 30 seconds. By the way, you have to aim it, right? It's super annoying to do. It does say within 30 yards, so that's good. hopefully you don't run out, you know, in that 1 second that it takes for it to like reach you and stuff, but whatever. Restores 91% spell power health to 5 enemies, you know, that's good. Hopefully everyone's stacking for that. That's, you know. Mistweaver, stagger, well, I guess that's Brewmaster. Stagger is 5% more effective. Okay. Mistweaver are healed with an essence font bolt. Okay. They suffer 65% attack power damage. Okay. Your abilities have a 6% chance of resetting the cooldown of Feline Stomp. Yeah. Yeah. It's cool. Yeah. It doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. You cannot expect people to always be stacked for everything. You just can't. You can call it out. If you got friends, you can call it out, right? You can be like, hey, Feline Stomp's up, you know? But the reactionary time for Feline Stomp versus like actual damage that's going out, it's just not good. It's just not a good ability. I can't believe Blizzard decided with no. I mean, I'm as a Night Fae Mistweaver Monk, I'm telling you, there are none. Right? There's a reason why I'm Necrolord right now. It's terrible. So yeah, good job, Blizzard. Hat off to you. Thank you for adding the ability that nobody uses. Alright, Yu'lon's Whisper. Activating Thunder Focus and we'll go on. Maybe these 3 are good. Maybe these 3 make it good. You know, maybe it just casts everywhere. You know? That'd be cool. That's what I've been asking for since the beginning. You know, I went on the forums and got trolled to nothing, right? I was like, hey, why don't you just make it a castable ability and a Feline goes to each member of the party instead of a line? No. It was a terrible idea. You know, obviously it was a terrible idea because that would be too overpowered to, you know, heal somebody for 91% of spell power. Sorry, let me go over another ability. Yeah, 91% of spell power. That one's 100, you know, 45%, by the way. But, you know, 91%. That's too overpowered. Can't do that. Can't have that cast on everyone. Anyway, moving on. Yu'lon's Whisper. Activating Thunder Focus Teeth causes you to exhale a breath of Yu'lon. Oh, yeah, we already went through that. Yeah, that's just AoE. Okay, here we go. Ancient Teachings of the Monastery. After casting Essence Font, or Feline Stomp, or your Tiger Palm, Blackout Kick, and Rising Sun Kick, heal an injured ally within 20 yards for 125% damage. Okay, so here this is what makes a Fistweaver a Fistweaver, right? So what you do is you cast Renewing Mist and you get as many Renewing Mists out on the party as you can. Your Rising Sun Kick also casts a renewing Mist on everybody. And then you cast Essence Font, and then you can heal everybody with your damaging abilities, right? With Blackout Kick, Tiger Palm, and Rising Sun Kick. So this is what makes a Fistweaver a Fistweaver. And this is proof that, yes, you will be able to Fistweave 100% next expansion. It's still not going to be good in Arena. I still wouldn't choose it for Arena. But this makes it so that you can do it in Mythic Plus and Raid. Yay. Clouded Focus, healing with Enveloping Mist or Vivify while channeling Soothing Mist. Increases their healing done by 15% and reduces their mana cost by 15%, stacking 3 times. It is a lovely passive bonus. It reduces mana cost and increases healing received. It's just good, right? When Soothing Mist channel ends, this effect is canceled. So yeah. It's just flat good. I'm obviously gonna take Clouded Focus. Maybe if I was a raider, I would take Ancient Teachings of the Monastery, but I'm not a raider. They said that we were gonna be able to have different specializations of the same specialization. Am I correct in that assumption?
Yeah, you'll be able to have multiple talent loadouts.
Yeah, so that's great. My other talent load for Raid, not Mythic Plus, but for Raid, 100% taking that, right? I'm definitely gonna Fistweave in Raid. It's super fun. It's super easy. I look like the best healer in the group, and I did absolutely nothing. Yeah, 100% taking that for Raid. But for now, we'll take Clouded Focus. And we already got that, and we already got that, and we already got that. All right, cool. All right, so this is the next one to Feline Stomp. Your Blackout Kicks strike 2 targets and have an additional 3% chance to reset the cooldown of your Rising Sun Kick while your Feline Stomp. Or while within your Feline Stomp. So here's the thing. Blizzard is trying to, it's obvious, Blizzard is trying to make Feline Stomp an extra ability to have when you are a Fistweaver. That's great. Here's the issue. As a Fistweaver, you're in melee. You better be aiming that towards the ranged, and they better be stacked together, because if you're in a party, if you're in a Mythic Plus, or a raid, and all of the ranged are spread out in the back, right? And you miss them, sure, you can heal the melee all you want, but those ranged players, they're not getting healed. They're only getting healed by your Rising Sun kick, which does, how much? 125% of the damage done, right? It's not that much if they're taking a lot of damage. You're still going to have to use your heals while you're standing in melee, right? So, and this is why I don't love the style of Fistweave, because if you're standing in melee, you're avoiding attacks from the boss, you're avoiding abilities from the boss, and you're trying to heal everybody while doing damage, right? It's interesting gameplay, but at the end of the day, as a healer, your job is to keep everybody's bars green, right? Job isn't to do damage. It's nice, right? And obviously, you know, upper echelon guilds are gonna do it, but a normal player should not be trying to make it work. A normal player should only be using it if they can do it, right? Don't try to make it work if you can't make it work. There are other better options.
There's just the risk of normal players, you know, messing up, and yeah, it's too high.
It's too high. Just heal. Just be a healer. That's what you've chosen. Just be a healer. If you want to try to make this work, make this work. But at the end of the day, if somebody dies and they're like, dude, you could have healed me, why didn't you? You know?
Yep.
So anyway, this makes it so that you can actually fist weave with this ability. This ability is for fist weaving, obviously. Moving on to these two, because we'll just switch it, because I have a feeling both of these are fist weave as well. Awaken Feline, your abilities reset Feline Stomp 50% more often. That's great. While within Feline Stomp, your Tiger Palm strikes 2 targets, and you're spinning, which is good because that's now 2 more heals, right, with people with Renewing Miss. And your Tiger Palm strike 2 targets, and your Spinning Crane Kick heals 5 nearby allies. That's great. Again, for Mythic Plus, that's great. For Raid, it's okay, right? Because the Spinning Crane Kicks, it's only going to heal 5 of your closest allies, so just melee. It's not going to heal the ranged, right? If you have a dedicated ranged healer, yeah, sure, use it. But at the end of the day, if you have to heal that ranged player because the other healers are lacking compared to you, right? It's not going to work. It's just not going to work. Okay. And then finally, Restorative Proliferation. Each time Enveloping Mist heals, its healing bonus has a 50% chance to spread to an injured ally within 30 yards. It's great. Each time Enveloping Mist heals, it's going to spread. That's cool. For 50%. So now you have Enveloping Mist and Renewing Mist spreading. It's just extra healing as a Fistweaver. They desperately needed it. I 100% agree with this. Thunder Focus Tea also grants Enveloping Mist, Essence Font, Renewing Mist, and Rising Sun Kick, and Vivify 1 extra charge at random. I would choose Restorative Proliferation. I'd Tea Plenty, it's gonna grant you 2 of something. That's okay, I guess, but not really. The healing bonus spread to a random member. I mean, Enveloping Mist. Let's read it. Right, Enveloping Mist. It's a big heal and it increases your healing done. Right, it's 10,000 over 7 seconds currently, and your other increases healing received by 40%. Right, it's good. So the other one, I mean, it's okay, but yeah, you want that Enveloping Mist, and it's got a 50% proc chance. That's great. I mean, that's great. So yeah, definitely choose Proliferation if that's the avenue you want to go down. Overflowing Mist, your Enveloping Mist heal the target 2% of their maximum health each time they take damage. 100% going to take that. I mean, that's like a bubble for you, right?
Well, so it's 2 ranks, so that'll be 4% of your maximum health each time you take damage. So yeah, even better.
Yeah, and if you're playing like a Death Knight, for example, which is a stam-based class, I mean that's a lot. That's a lot. It's just extra healing, right? So I won't take it for now. I'm definitely gonna take it probably, but I'm gonna read the other ones. Oh look, it's another buff to Thunder Focus Tea. Yay! After using Thunder Focus Tea, your next spell gives you 5% of a stat for 10 seconds. That's great. That makes Thunder Focus Tea meta. Yay! So yeah, and you can control it.
It sounds like Blizzard wants you to play Thunder Focus Tea, bro. I'm sorry.
I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna have to go Thunder Focus Tea this expansion. But yeah, so obviously, as a Mistweaver, you're gonna be using Mastery, most likely. We've been using Mastery forever. Super wish it was Crit Strike, but there we are. I'd rather take Haste over Mastery at this point. But yeah, so Vivify, it's your #1 heal. You're most likely just gonna passively give you 5% extra mastery. That's good, or 10% extra mastery. I mean, that's good. It's really good. It forces you to take it. Let's read my mastery. Right, so Renewing Mist, Enveloping Mist, and Expel Harm, Revival, and Vivify, so all of my healing. Causes a gust of healing mist to instantly heal the primary target for 2,000. Right, it's just an extra heal. And it's so powerful that that extra heal, you know, it goes up the more mastery you have. That extra heal really matters. I mean, it really means something. So, yeah, yay. I'm getting 10% extra mastery. So, instead of, 2,000, I'd be healing for 2,000, 200, right? Which is, I mean, it's good. It could mean life or death. So, yay. That actually might make me unbind Thunder Focus Tea and put it on an actual ability so that I can control it. Or maybe at least bind it to a button where I'm gonna need that buff because I'm taking a ton of damage, right?
Yep.
Misty Peaks, Renewing Mist, heal over time. Effect has a 5% chance to proc Enveloping Mist for 2 seconds. That's nice. That's good. It's just extra healing to you. Resplendent Mist. Gust of Mist has a 30% chance to do 50% more healing. Again, Gust of Mist is my mastery, right?
Gotcha.
So, yeah, it's just what, 100% more healing? 30% chance to do 100% more healing. That's great. I'm gonna read the bottom ones before I take those final two.
So hold on. The 2 talent points for Resplendent Mist, does it make it a 60% chance to do 50% more healing, or does it make it a 30% chance to do 100% more healing?
Ooh, I used all my talents. Oh no. This is a problem. Wow, what do I take away? Let's just read the bottom one. Soothing Mist heals a second injured ally within 15 yards. Don't need it. You gain 33% haste for 20 seconds after you summon a Celestial. Don't need it. Tear of Mourning. That's the one that spreads Renewing Mist. Your Vivify healing through Renewing Mist is increased by 20%. Casting Vivify or Enveloping Mist on target with Renewing Mist has a 10% chance to spread Renewing Mist. It's good. Rising Mist. Rising Sun Kick heals all allies with your Renewing Mist, Enveloping Mist, and Essence Font. That's good. It's Mistweaver. I'm going to take Tear of Mourning, obviously. It's more of an AoE thing. It's not necessary in PvP. I actually don't think I'm going to use that as a PvP loadout, in my PvP loadout, because, it's Vivify healing through Renewing Mist is increased by 20%. That's great. Enveloping Mist also heals ally with your Renewing Mist. That's great. But it's not really necessary when you look at all the other things that I've taken that buff my healing. I think Mistweaver... I actually think Mistweaver doesn't need any of the bottom loadouts. Hold on. Bountiful Brew. Your abilities have a low chance to cast Bone Dust Brew. That's nice. It's not necessary, but it's nice. Attenuation. Bone Dust Brew shadow damage healing increased by 20%, and when Bone Dust Brew deals shadow damage or healing, its cooldown is reduced by 5 seconds or 0.5 seconds. That's good.
Are you even taking Bundo's Brew though?
Yeah, I was. I was gonna take it.
Alright.
Like, so, in my opinion, so really, because I don't need this. I don't care about healing a second injured ally, right? It's cool. It's nice. It's niche. You know, people aren't gonna. You and I are gonna be spread out because I'm a healer and you're a DPS, right? We're not gonna be stacked together ever, unless we're securing a kill. So Soothing Mist healing a second injured ally, I mean that's okay, right? It's okay. It's not necessary. Invoker's Delight, 33% additional haste. I mean that's okay. It's after summoning a Celestial, so it's every 1 minute. I mean that's okay, right? But it's not big. I don't think it's gonna make it so that you live, right? Any more than me buffing all these abilities. Tear of Morning's nice, but not in Arena. Tear of Morning is nice in Rated Battlegrounds. It's nice in Raid. It's nice in Mythic Plus. It's okay in 3s. It at one point it was meta until everyone chose Clouded Focus, which just flat increases healing, right? And they chose Clouded Focus because Bone Dust Brew became like the meta, right?
Yeah.
So really, I just need 3 talents. I need to get rid of 3 things in order to take Bountiful, or in order to take, Bountiful Brew is what I'll take. Because I like having a chance to cast Bone Dust Brew at the target, right? I don't necessarily need the extra healing. Yeah, because that extra healing, while it's manageable, it's just 20% versus you getting multiple Bone Dust Brews on you during the match. So we'll go back. We'll take some things away. I definitely need Secret Infusion, unfortunately. I don't necessarily need Focus Thunder, but I'll take it for now. I need Mana Tea. Doing this has a 10% chance to immediately spread to an additional target when initially cast. Okay, so it's when initially. Yeah, I do kind of need that. Wow, Yulon, Chi-Ji. Oh yeah, that's the whole buff to Yulon thing. Increase Enveloping Mist duration by 1 second and healing bonus by 10%. Need that to get the talent. Each time Soothing Mist heals, the absorbed amount of your next life cocoon is increased by 3%. That's kind of big. Oh man, what do I take away? Oh, hold on. This is required level 67. This is only required level 67. This isn't required level 70. Okay, so that's 3 more. Yeah. Okay, so this is 67. Yeah, that would give me the 3. Yeah, this is what I'm going to use. Yeah, because this is 67, right? It brings me... 68 would be the 60%. But to answer your question, it does not. That was the whole rabbit hole we just went down. It's just a 30% chance to do 100% more healing, not a 60% chance.
No. Why 2? Okay, yeah. Okay. 100% more healing. Got it. Right. Got it.
Yeah. So, apparently I guess these loadouts are for level 67. It says required level 69. Oh, no. It's not letting me... It doesn't give me all my talents? It's so weird. Wouldn't 70 give me another talent?
No.
Yeah, you know what? I don't care. I don't care about the low chance anymore. Yeah, I don't care about that. I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna go for that. I'm not gonna have any of the bottom ones. I don't think the bottom ones are good enough to take for arena. I really don't.
All right.
The low chance is nice, but that low chance is a chance versus 50 or 150% more absorbed through life cocoon on you. 10% more mastery, right? That's big. I can also, if I do a Rising Sun kick, right? After I do Thunder Focus Tea, that's 10% more versatility. That's less damage I take in PvP.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna assume that this is a required level 69. I'm gonna assume that level 70, I'm gonna get two. I'm gonna get 2 in Resplendent Mist and do 100% more healing. I'm just gonna assume that.
So, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, it's kind of hard for me to get to capstone talents in the survival tree as well. So,
that is a big problem. Like, I should be able to take everything that I took, because I kind of need everything that I took. Like everything.
It's so weird. I don't get it. So, like, you know, Death Knights were the first ones that had talent trees that were released. And so, obviously, you expect them to be a little more rudimentary, you know, whatever. But it's like, dude, as a Frost Death Knight, you can get 2 of your 3 capstones reliably without any issue whatsoever. And then you got these other classes where you can barely even get 1. I don't get it. Let's save the class tree for our next session. I gotta be going.
Okay, that's fine.
But yeah, I knew you were out whenever this stuff was released, so I just wanted to see what you thought of it and figure out, are you happy about it? You got some problems and complaints, you know, see where things stood.
Yeah, so to wrap it up, the problems that I'm definitely seeing are I can't get to the capstone talents without really hurting myself. Like, all of these I personally think that I need. I can't, like, maybe taking Calming Coalescence away, maybe taking Nourishing Chi away, and then I can get to my capstone talent, but man, that is taking away my Life Cocoon Absorb, and it's taking away a heal over time. I mean, it's just to get a low chance at Bone Dust Brew, or to get 20% extra Bone Dust Brew, versus, you know, 150% extra Life Cocoon every minute, and Bone Dust Brew probably happens every 1.5 procs per minute. So yeah, it's better. Like, Calming Coalescence is better. I have to take it. It just doesn't make any sense that Bountiful Brew is down here and Calming Coalescence is up here. It makes no sense. So yeah, to wrap it up, yeah, there are major problems. You have to take all of this. You really do. To be an effective Mistweaver in PvP, you have to take all of it. Or you're just going to die in a stun.
Yeah.